Hello and welcome back on the pirate ship. We are kidnapped and our companion was killed, and the pirate captain says that he needs us to find his treasure. Well, I think we will become best friends and then we will share the treasure. I'm sure he agrees. You look at Lialk and slowly ask, "What do you know about the treasure?" At this Lialk bursts out in loud laughter. "You be searching for a treasure, but not know what it is." You feel embarrassed as you realize he's right. Your grandfather's letter was not very specific on this. And Lialk's laughter subsides. He looks at you with a serious stare. "You be searching for my treasure. The treasure of the dead fisherman's grotto." The dead fisherman's grotto. That is near Nepris. The story seems to come back to you in a flood memory. Leox indeed a famous pirate. You remember the old cowman, the old blind sailor who told you all those stories back in the day, stories you only believed in as a kid. One of them was about the famous Crimson Berserker, the terror of the Mithril coast. The story goes that the famous pirate was born as the son of a simple fisherman of Nepris. His boyhood was one spent on the open sea, and he promised himself that she would be his only mistress. He went to sleep each night, dreaming of gentle waves and chaotic storms, for he loved the sea no matter her temper. One day, so the story goes, he dared to sail further than ever before and discovered a grotto off the coast, the one that would become known as the Dead Fisherman's Grotto. Much later, he spent the night there and would forever remember this spot as the perfect hiding space. The youth became a sailor, but in his heart the desire to command and amass riches became stronger and stronger. He fell in love with a ship he dreamed of commanding, and eventually resorted to violence to make his wish come true. He had turned into a bloodthirsty, greedy pirate, commanding that ship he had conquered, the Tempest. Liak's lust for more knew no boundaries. He looted and sank dozens of ships, and even his own crew feared him more than the kingdom's ships sent out to destroy them. Old Carmen's story ended with Liak's hiding his gigantic treasure at a secret place he had discovered in his youth, that fisherman's grotto. But he eventually was betrayed by his own crew, and he died a violent death out there in the high seas, wrestling with a man called Brutai the Bold. Both men met their fate in that fight. And then there is another part of the story. Fishermen still claim to this day that they see a ghost ship crewed by the undead sailing across the Adenian Sea, especially around the area of the Dead Fisherman's Grotto. It is believed that the ghost ship is the Tempest, and that the crew sails the sea in search of treasure to appease the anger of the captain they betrayed. You wake from your memories and shudder as you look on the undead pirate sitting right before your eyes. You wake from your memories. You try to collect your thoughts. How did your treasure get to the Shoals? you inquire. Liak laughs again. You really came on this adventure blind to your purpose. You must feel betrayed by your grandfather. Let me explain. Your cursed grandfather found where I hid my treasure in the grotto. Whilst I was out plundering with my crew, your grandfather and his mage and a band of men snuck past my defenses and stole what was mine. By the time I realized what happened, he was more than a day journey ahead of me. I gave him chase, but I could not overtake him before he hid my treasure here in the Shoals. What did you do to my grandfather? Where is he? Oh, child, your grandfather is dead, and so is his unfaithful mage, Phalus. At this, Liak drives the ornate dagger into the table in front of you as evidence that Phalus is no longer alive. He continues, unfortunately for him, his services are no longer required. I believe this is yours. Take it. You quickly pull the dagger out of the table, anxious to have your old friend back. As you hold the blade, you feel somehow older and wiser, and a calm overcomes you. Why do you need me? Liak thinks for a moment, then responds. Have you ever gone to open your treasure chest, only to realize you locked the key inside? In that situation, you might be wishing you had a spare key. You, my friend, are my spare key. Your grandfather may have tricked me, but he got what he deserved. That was inevitable the moment he laid hands on my treasure. But you and the others can survive if you only cooperate. The others? I have your crew below deck. I was not so kind to Bran and his crew of hired soldiers from Aiden. They are all dead now. This does not have to be your fate. Not exactly. How do you want me to cooperate? It is simple. You will get me my treasure, or else you and your crew will die. And if I find the treasure, then you and your crew will be free to go. We are on course to Santharia as we speak. Come. Abruptly, two of Liak's crew burst into the room and drag you back to the main deck and tie you quickly to the mainmast. Fog is creeping now over the turbulent waters while you stare out the sea. You are not alone. A large group of undead crew is guarding you at all times. You wonder if you will ever get out here alive. You look up to the sky and find it hard to tell the time of day. Wherever the ship goes, these storm clouds seem to follow. The voyage to Santharia takes longer than you expected. However, after hours of being at sea, some of the crewmen begin to point at land. More and more undead flock to see the first trucks announcing land on the horizon. The zombie next to you just grumbles, just still keeping an eye on you. You are coming upon Santharia. Then the zombie next to you turns around as well to see what's out there.